Hello everybody, it is Samuel Beeman. You know, it's your favorite fitness influencer right here. Today, in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys the 5 biggest mistakes I made on my journey to become the biggest high school cross country runner. Now, if you don't know why that's relevant, my channel was built off of that journey. The first 100 or so videos I ever posted on my channel was documenting my journey of trying to become the biggest high school cross country runner. Now, what that meant was I was challenging myself to do a lot of cardio, right, with cross country, and also put on some size. Now that proved difficult for me because A, it was the first time I've ever done that, and B, I was going off of no research. I was going off of what my body felt was right. So I ultimately tried not to lose a lot of weight during the season, improve my strength gains, and most importantly, improve my cross country times. In this video, I'm going to go over 5 big mistakes, so what not to do, and also what to do instead of those. So let's get into it right meow.
Uma noite convocou, talvez senta ou com popô. Uma noite convocou, talvez senta com popô. É vapo, vapo no setor, é vapo, vapo do vapor. Vapo, vapo no setor, é vapo, vapo do vapor. Vapo, vapo do vapor, vai tomar vapo do vapor. Vapo, vapo do...
When I was first starting out, I would overcomplicate my training hella. I would needlessly add supersets and drop sets after everything, taking every single set to 10, 12. 15 reps, and it was just so unneeded and unnecessary. Absolutely needlessly overcomplicating my training. All you need is a couple 2 to 3 sets per exercise, between 4 and like 10 is even high, 4 to 8 reps to really like engage yourself and allow yourself to recover and grow. There's no need to add all these like extra like junk volume is what it is. And especially if you're training for a sport and trying to become the biggest high school cross country runner, it is absolutely unnecessary to add crazy supersets or anything like that. Take the pull-ups I just did, for example. There's no need to do 4 pull-ups and then say, oh, I need to get to 10, so I'll do 6 chin-ups right after. Like, what is that? Just like, do that in a separate movement. So the first mistake I made is overtraining. So to remedy that, look up a solid program, because it's really easy to get influenced by bigger people or people you view as more successful than you. Don't overdo it, because obviously, take like a slab of steak, for example. You have to tenderize it, right? So it tastes good. Tastes good in the sense is growing muscle and being strong. If you beat the steak, if you beat the meat too much, it's going to be flat and thin, just like your body, because it can't recover and grow muscle. So don't overtrain. Another mistake I made trying to become the biggest high school cross country runner was running a bro split. Like, bro, what was I doing? A bro split, for those who don't know, is when you hit 1 muscle group per week. Or no, that's wrong. That'd be awful. When you hit 1 muscle group once each week. So it would be like chest Monday, back Tuesday, biceps Wednesday, Thursday, triceps, legs Friday, like abs Saturday, rest day Sunday. Now, mine didn't look that bad, but the only muscle group that I hit more than once a week was my arms, my biceps and triceps. Like, what on earth are we doing? Now, that's what we call low frequency. Currently, I hit every muscle group twice a week minus legs. That's higher frequency. Imagine it like this. You're trying to learn 5 different languages. Hola! Are you going to practice those languages all once in a week? Or more than once in a week? Probably more than once. So you want to make sure you're hitting your muscle groups more than once a week if you're trying to become the biggest high school cross country runner like moi. I do have a program that I am writing that I will be sharing with you guys. Be on the lookout for that. Cop it for a couple bucks, you know, that'd be a great way to support me. However, the current best way to support me is by using code BEAMAN on FitButters for 10% off all FitButters orders. That's right, use code BEAMAN on all your FitButters orders. That is the #1 way to support me. And plus, they're delicious. My personal favorite is Cocoa Pebbles. Cannot go wrong with that one. There's also Fruity Pebbles I enjoy. The Cookie Monster one is legit. So many flavors. so many creative and unique ways to eat them. Me personally, I think they are delicious on pancakes. But code Beeman on Fit Butters checkout, you know the drill. Now, the third mistake I made when trying to become the biggest high school cross country runner was utilizing a reactive diet. Do you know what a reactive diet is?
No idea.
500 calorie surplus, right? For putting on muscle. And I would add on how many calories I burned. So let's say my maintenance was 2,400. If I didn't run any miles that day, I would eat 2,900. Well, that's bad because it incentivizes burning calories, right? You don't have to earn food. Another reason it was bad is because since my diet would fluctuate from day to day, I didn't have a good baseline to go off of. For example, let's say I ate 3,000 calories a day and I didn't notice any weight gain. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go up 3,200 for the next 2 weeks and see if I gain or lose and if I need to increase or decrease. Since I was on a reactive diet and my caloric intake fluctuated from day to day, I had no baseline to go off of. So the third mistake I made was having a reactive diet. Now, to remedy this, you should just choose a caloric goal to meet every day, and based on your goals, add or take away calories week to week based on if you are getting your results. Fourth mistake I made on my journey to becoming the biggest high school cross country runner was not taking my easy runs easy enough. Now, what does that mean? An easy run or a maintenance run is like a mid-mileage run, that you take at an easy conversational pace and should not be pushing yourself. Now, these are typically placed the day after and the day before harder events like a race. And that's because you're supposed to be prepping your body for those harder events, so those harder workouts or harder strenuous activities that you're putting your body through. I was like, come on, bro, we can do 5 miles day before a race. Come on, what was I thinking? Make sure to take your easy runs easy. You will thank yourself later. A, because you won't embarrass yourself in the race by going mad slow. And B, because it's just good for your body and your body needs rest. The last mistake I made was not stretching enough. Now, when you put on muscle, your body tends to get a little tight, speaking from experience, it tends to get a little tight, right? Before and after activity, you should always be stretching. Now, I would typically only stretch after my runs, when in reality, I should have been stretching after my lifts as well. Relax my body and got me ready for the next activity, because I did both in one day. I didn't only just lift one day and run one day, No, it was lift, run a day, run a day on a rest day, and lift, run, it goes on and goes on and goes on. You have to stretch to make sure your body is capable of doing both activities, because otherwise, you're going to be tight, your form is going to be awful, you're going to run really blocky is what it's going to look like. If you look at some of my race videos, I look a little blocky, and I'll tilt to one side, I'm just so tight. So to remedy that, to fix that mistake, you need to stretch after every physical activity. I guarantee you your body's going to feel much, much, much better. Those were the 5 mistakes I made on my journey to become the biggest high school cross country runner and how to fix them. Now, if anything I said resonated with you or helped you, or you might use any of my advice, please drop a like, subscribe. It helps the channel out a ton. But I will see you, Bacados, later.